Um, yeah, sure. I'd call it a conference, but it's only two of us.
This intimate meeting.
No.
No, that sounds worse. That's
Yeah.
worse than what it was meant to be.
And welcome everyone to the Life Strats podcast.
Best way to start the podcast.
I am your host, as per usual, Dark8a, and joining me today, as always, is
Kingthefirst. Hi. Never gonna get used to it.
when we start doing this in person, you better get used to it.
When we start doing it in person, it's gonna be a lot easier to tell when my cues are, because there's no like audio lag. There's like a slight lag all the time.
I mean, yeah, but you don't see the camera going like, I'm pointing at you.
Sometimes I'm not paying attention.
Okay, fair enough. So,
It's just the way it is.
welcome everyone to another episode of the Life Strat podcast. Today we're going to go ahead and I see human behind you.
Oh, that's my sister.
Yeah.
Let me just
Perfect.
now you can see her.
So today we're going to be talking about the streaming services that there are, so Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer, but mainly onto Mixer and also Facebook now, since they're actually becoming a competitor in the streaming service scene.
Not really.
You're right. But aren't they like merging Mixer into whatever Facebook was? Like Facebook bought out Mixer. At least that's what it was. We'll get into that right now.
Okay.
And from there, we're also going to be talking a little bit about esports and just like its growth over the time. I'm not going to give you statistics or anything because that actually required me to do work. But
Which we totally did before the podcast started. We researched all of this throughout the week before we started the podcast. 100%.
I mean, the whole Mixer thing just came out yesterday, so.
Well, yeah, but that's new. I'm talking about like esports and everything. You
Oh,
know.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, totally. So,
Anyways,
that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. However, as I would like to start every podcast at this point, how are you doing, King?
I'm doing pretty good.
It's good to
Doing
hear.
pretty good. Finally getting through stuff like game-wise that I have been putting off forever.
Mhm.
Like I'm finally doing the Modern Warfare campaign.
Oh wow, that's a first.
Yeah, I've been putting that off for forever.
Same.
I reopened to play the mode, which is cool because now I have a red lightsaber. So
Okay.
how have you been doing? How's your life going?
I've been all right. I've been rather busy, to say the least. Between OCDA Discord servers and OCDA,
Yep.
I finally have content that I'm gonna put out for the next 2-3 weeks,
Nice.
and I'm excited for that. I've been working really hard on that, and I haven't wanted to like put it out yet because I don't want it to seem rushed. Because I have that issue where like something's gonna seem rushed if I just like do it and then I cut it off right there and I'm like, all right, put it out there. I'm not that type of person. Actually, I'm a perfectionist and that kills me most of the time.
Yeah.
From there, I started learning the GD script, I think it's called, the video game language that we're going to be using for the video game, which, that's a lot of progress to be made, if I'm being honest. And then from there, I'm starting to work on the website for OCD.
Oh, nice.
Along with a clothing line.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I get free stuff, right?
Yeah, obviously. As long as you promote it.
Yes, I will. All the time. Whenever I go outside.
You were going to stream as well. So.
That's true. But.
We'll work out the details later.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
have you
That's
sign your
gonna be
soul later.
coming. That streaming stuff is gonna be coming sooner rather than later. Hopefully within like the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Within the month.
Because within like before the end. What month are we in?
June.
Before the end of July.
Mhm.
So, it's coming.
No, yeah.
It's not quite there yet, but it's coming.
So let's go ahead and jump right into the topic since we're already on the topic of streaming and whatnot.
True.
So just like here's a good question to sort of start us off. Like, and I'll ask you this. But why is it that you're deciding to stream onto Twitch rather than Mixer or YouTube or Facebook?
I haven't really read all of like YouTube's requirements to start streaming, but I believe you need to have like a dedicated. You need to have some sort of following before you can start streaming on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. I could be completely wrong on that,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that from my experience, from what I've seen, it's a lot easier to get started on Twitch when you want to just stream rather than make videos and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I did Twitch. I also had no idea what Mixer was for a long time. Like I heard about it, and then I was like, nope, no idea what that is.
It's
So I
a
didn't
kitchen
bother doing that.
utensil, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought like, I was like, are they teaching me how to make cakes? My mom's a fucking professional baker. I know how to make cakes. No, but I just I thought that Twitch was going to be the easiest to get into it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I could slowly build up the YouTube channel as I went along, and then stream on both if I felt like it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I chose Twitch over YouTube. But I could be wrong about the whole streaming thing on YouTube.
Makes sense. Okay. Answering my own question, I felt that Twitch had the better environment, in my opinion. Mixer was rather too small of a platform when I first sort of got into the whole streaming thing. I mean, technically it still is, only having 3% of views that Twitch has.
Yep. Yeah, we did the math.
Yeah. So Twitch has 1.5 billion views as of April. And
yeah, it was April of this year.
yeah, and then Mixer had
like 37
million, yeah, which is about 3%. And then YouTube has 456 million, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty up there, which if you do the math towards like Mixer to YouTube, that you're getting a solid 8%.
Yeah. Which, like, not even breaking double digits of a percentage compared to the other two is kind of astounding.
Yeah. But no, yeah, like, that and, like, YouTube was never a thing where I thought I'd get into fully if I didn't have a following already, but, like, you have to create it. Like, my mind works weird. And I thought that it'd be easier to create a following on Twitch than it would be on YouTube. That, and I find it far more easier to be consistent on a streaming platform than on a platform where like you're putting in work for like weeks rather than sitting down and doing the work there.
Yeah, it was a lot. It's a lot easier to create like a schedule, and people you can set a schedule and people tune in on that time. It's a lot easier to keep track of it all.
Yeah. That and just like Twitch's aesthetic is far better than YouTube's in my opinion. Like I really like the whole purple thing and like their dark mode. It's beautiful. YouTube's is alright. But like just the purple is amazing. And as you can tell, purple is just something that OCDA loves.
Yep.
From there, I don't know, like I did like Facebook has only been like recently that they started introducing their gaming streams and whatnot. And I don't know, like YouTube, you can't necessarily like grow too much without already having like a dedicated following, as you sort of stated. Like
Yeah.
it's far more difficult to be found on YouTube streaming than it is to be found on Twitch. At least from what I've seen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like the first dedicated stream I did, I had two people from the OCDA Discord watching, and then one random person that I had no idea who he is watching me play Monster Hunter before my stream got cut off because internet's stupid.
Yeah, I remember watching that. It was funny. He died a lot, and he claimed that he was a professional over and over and over
I am. I'm a professional,
at dying.
not at living.
But no, yeah. Which I guess now that we sort of scoped the numbers of Mixer and whatnot, as of yesterday, there was the announcement that Mixer was going to shut down, and is essentially being incorporated into what Facebook Live is.
So supposedly, all of Mixer's streamers that they have right now are going to be sent over to Facebook Gaming. That doesn't mean that they have to.
Yeah.
So right now it's up in the air whether the like two big name streamers, Ninja and Shroud, are going to stay with Facebook Gaming or are going to go back to Twitch or.
I saw that.
So far,
I saw that
I'm sorry,
Ninja put out. No, my apologies for the random cutoff, but like I saw that Ninja put out a tweet saying that he has a big decision to make and that he's not entirely sure as to what he's doing yet. So it doesn't seem as though he's he's agreeing to the terms of him just moving over to Facebook Gaming. It seems that he's actually looking at his options.
yeah, that's what it seemed like. And it from what I saw earlier, it looks like Twitch isn't really holding like the grudge against him. So he's going to be able, if he wants to, he's going to be able to go back to Twitch and continue streaming there.
I mean, it's sort of like Twitch's fault, if I'm being honest, that like they sort of drove him away from the platform. Because I remember there was an incident where Twitch promoted and advertised a PORN subject on his stream.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was it sucked, but
Yeah,
like thinking about it, it's kind of funny.
How exactly are you gonna do that to a guy who's is essentially his like the age demographic that he targets is people less than 13.
Yeah, for the most part.
So like it just it I find it I find Ninja's decision was appropriate to leave Twitch after such incident.
I think that like his decision wasn't. It was very thought out. It was something that he had like really put time in to think about, and then when he finally made that decision, he was happy with the decision that he made.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it's going to be if he decides to go back to Twitch, but who knows?
I mean, seeing as I know we did the research on this like before we sort of started, but you said that Ninja lost 10 million viewers switching over from Twitch to Mixer.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah, but he did have the contract, so he wasn't getting paid per view.
Yeah,
he was
getting paid.
He was just paid throughout that whole year. Yeah, so I'm sure at that point it didn't affect him as much as you'd think it would. But if he was to switch back over to Twitch, that minus 10 million views would probably affect him at least a little bit.
Yeah, because Mixer essentially, I was reading at it, and they paid him anywhere from 20 to 30 million. It's an amount between that 20 to 30 million per year. And I think he was only over there for like what, 9 months?
Shoot, when did this
think it was like 9
Start?
months.
Did it start?
It was about 9 months ago.
So I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I think I was still working at McDonald's. So yeah, I think it was about 9 months ago.
So yeah, 20 to 30 million a year, which is more than Twitch offers like a high end Twitch streamer, which is about 10 million.
Yeah, I mean, but like 10 million is still a lot
It is.
when you don't have any money.
Yeah, but at that point, like he's in order to get that promotion with Twitch, like he has to get consistent views, consistent subscribers. Like he has to
Yeah.
meet quotas, you know? With Mixer, it was just like come to me and leave that platform behind and I'll pay you.
Yeah, that's
So
true. That's true.
so like and it begs the question, was Ninja's decision correct? And was Mixer's decision to bring him on board correct? Because I feel that they messed up by offering a lot of money to one high-end creator as opposed to bringing in smaller creators that could grow the platform as they grew.
I think that it was kind of a it was a mix of both, like, you know, good good and then bad parts of it. So like his decision to move to Mixer was entirely, you know, correct and justified. He had his reasons.
Yeah.
Uh, and then shit, sorry, that scared me. And then
It scared me.
oh, you heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then his, you know, Mixer's decision to bring in one or two high-end streamers, because they also brought in Shroud with them.
Mm-hmm.
Their decision to bring in, you know, those two high-end streamers instead of bringing in a bunch of smaller creators was kind of not a good decision on their part, but it had noble intentions. You know, they had
Yeah.
the idea that those two big streamers would grow the platform, and the viewers that they brought in would find the smaller creators to help grow the platform even more.
Yeah. Which unfortunate,
But
like that's just a funnel system, and funnel systems tend to fail big time for
yeah, there was
like for narrow-minded people, if I'm being honest with you. And like since the age demographic that they were bringing in was people who are, you know, younger, it's not like they were going to look around the platform and find new people. It was like, oh, my favorite streamer's streaming. I want to go check him out. All right, he's done. I'm done.
yeah. I'll be honest, I do the same thing, and I'm older than that age demographic. But like, you know, it's understandable. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Like for me, I feel like if a one of the streamers that I view, for example, there's this guy. His name is his username is Zine, X33N. That's his username on Twitch.
Okay.
He's a rather close friend with a Mr. Captain Sparkles, the
Nice.
the famous Creeper on Man YouTuber.
Aw, man.
So they stream a lot. They've done like Sky Factory. They've done like Ultra Modded Survival. Like they've done a lot of modded survival things and whatnot together.
Yeah.
And like for example, let's say Zine were to like like he'd take a deal with Mixer or Facebook or whatever. Like I'd follow, and then out of curiosity of the platform, because like oh he went to that platform because you know he saw that it was good. That must mean that the creators that are here are also good. So I'd go and look around. Like on Twitch,
Yeah.
I spend a lot of more time I do on Twitch than I do on YouTube, simply because on Twitch I'm actually looking through and clicking to see different personalities. On YouTube, it's like people uploaded, or I look for something in particular, and I go with whatever I think is best rather than clicking through everything.
Yeah, YouTube is really the platform where you go if you want to see something specific.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Twitch or any of the other streaming sites, you would go to find somebody who you enjoy
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
So like, I don't watch stuff on Twitch that often, but I have seen some people who I enjoy watching and who I'm like, oh man, it'd be so cool if I could just play games with them every once in a while. But it happens.
No, yeah. And, like, I feel that effect didn't happen with the whole Ninja and Shroud?
Yeah, Shroud.
Yeah. Ninja and Shroud moving over to Mixer. Like, they went specifically for them. And, like, you can see that in the views. 37 million views, even bringing, like, 2 high-end streamers. Like, that hurts.
Yeah, that's not a lot. That's not, like we said, 8% of YouTube's streaming views.
And
just YouTube's streaming views.
Yeah.
Like not their watch time of videos, just the streaming views, and then like 3% of Twitch's,
which is 1.5 billion. Like, you
Yeah.
can't compete. Like, at this point, I don't think anyone can compete with it unless Twitch, like, fumbles big time. Which I don't think
yeah,
they
unless Twitch loses a lot of streamers. Like, they have to lose a lot of their big streamers for them to see an impact in views like that.
Or they have to lose their esports.
True. If they lose the esports, then that's it. Everything goes downhill from there.
Which brings me to my next point of discussion. Esports.
Esports is a sport.
It is. It is indeed a sport. I vouch for this 100%. OCDA is going to have an esports team eventually. Don't worry about it.
Oh man, not going to be on that team.
I hope you realize, there's a lot of things that OCDA has planned that it's just like,
I'm sure.
I just don't tell people.
It's funny. My older brother asked me yesterday. He's like, "Hey, you want to join a Modern Warfare tournament with me? It's a 2v2 gunfight." And I'm like, "We're gonna lose." And he's like, "Why do you say that?" And I'm like, "Cause I'm gonna lose. You're gonna have to carry me." And he's like, "Don't worry, I got us." And we played, and like we lost 0-6.
Damn.
I died 6 times, and I got 0 kills. And I'm like, "Dude, I can't do this." And he's like, "Why not?" And I'm like, "Because I can't do this. I'm not a competitive person." Like, there's a while ago where I tried out for
you can be a coach.
I can be a coach. There's a while ago where I tried out for a Overwatch team. Like, it was going to be a professional Overwatch. Yeah, I didn't get in, but I did really good because I'm good as my hard main, which is support. Mm-hmm. And then they needed like a flex damage dealer, which I'm only good at Bastion. But like, the only reason I didn't get in was because I couldn't fill that flex damage role.
Oh,
that was it.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like, "Dude, if we need like a hard support, you would be like one of our first picks." And I'm like, "Thanks, I'm really good as Mercy." And they're like, "Yeah, but we were really looking for somebody who was able to fill that flex damage role." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know how to play as anybody but Mercy and slightly Lucio, but that's it." And so that was the only reason why I didn't get in. Also, they're like, "Yeah, and your rank is too low." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I just wanted to try to see if it would work."
What rank were they looking for?
I think they wanted somebody like in the 2000s, but I'm like in the low hundreds. But it was just a fun, like, they were just hosting a tryout for anybody who wanted to join, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? Like, I might as well go for it. I love playing Overwatch." So I did it, and I was really good as like holding everybody alive, but I really sucked at everything else.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I could see why, but at least they considered you in terms of a position.
they did, which was surprising given the fact that I had like no competition experience whatsoever. I think I placed once in any of the seasons, and that was like bronze 3 because it was the first time that I played ranked. Yeah. So they always put you down at bronze.
Yeah.
And then I never played ranked again.
But
I could. I'm pretty sure if I did it, and I like really put my heart and soul into it, I could probably get up to gold in this season, or I'd have to start next season or whatever. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm not going to because I'm not a competitive person.
Yeah, I understand that. And what sucks is that I'm a very competitive person. So
it's fine. I'll be your life coach.
I'm fine with that. But
you got this, man. I believe in you. I believe in the you that believes in you. Oh, shit. Off to a great start.
Mic drop. But no, yeah. I'm surprised that esports is. I'm not surprised. Let me rephrase. I'm not surprised that esports has gotten the attention that it has currently. Because.
Yeah, I mean.
Our generation is stuck on this. They're stuck on console, on PC. They're, doing what they can in terms of just like gaming and gaming and gaming. And when you see a person getting paid a lot of damn money to play a video game and they're really, really good at it, it sort of inspires people. It's a good inspiration. Just like all of the people who play football, basketball, volleyball, all of those sports that were sports before esports was a sport.
Actual sports.
Yeah.
Like physical sports. Like goal.
So yeah, like if you see someone like, for example, Michael Jordan, he was like this great inspiration to many. And now, and this is for the League of Legends community, you see someone like Faker, and you see him play mid lane, Zed, fucking anything, and you're just like, that I want to be that.
I totally know who you're talking about.
You don't.
No
he's a Korean League of Legends player who has essentially been on the team for a while and has won a lot of the the actual Worlds finals for League of Legends. Except for last year, they got beat by another Korean team.
Ah, that sucks. No, yeah, I am one of those guys that just absolutely loves esports stuff. I remember I used to watch it on TV because there's a TV channel that would post only esports stuff, and I used to watch CS:GO competitions, and those were my absolute favorite. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on, but this is amazing. And then I started getting into it, and I was like, I don't know who my favorite team is. And after a while, I was like, I know who my favorite team is, and it was Cloud9 for the longest time. Because, I'm a basic bitch.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're a basic bitch. But hey, you're just like me. League of Legends also has Cloud9. Hey, I believe...
There you go. Because, I'm a basic bitch. But, lately I haven't been watching esports, and I'm, thinking about it. I should probably get back into it. But for the longest time, I'm like, well, I can never play CS:GO because, one, I don't have a computer.
But
Two,
you're allowed to get a computer.
No, I mean, I can play it, but I'm never going to play it competitively. The only game that I've ever thought about ever playing competitively was Smite. That was it. That was the only one.
Why'd you go against it?
Because when I get competitive, I get toxic, and I don't like feeling toxic. I don't like it. It's not the kind of personality that I have. So when I'm playing competitively, I'm like, yeah, I'm trying. When I'm playing competitively, I'm like, fucking shit, and I slam things, and then I'm like, I don't like this, and so I close the game. But I used to do it all the time with Call of Duty as well. I used to really want to be good at Call of Duty, like where I could make people uninstall the game. That was my whole mindset. Was I wanted to make people uninstall. That was my goal, and I would never know if they did. But if I felt like they did, I won.
That's
and I never
a terrible
got there.
human being.
I never got there.
I mean, when I used to do like League of Legends ranked, like I was that toxic person of just like, why the fuck are you guys being stupid? Like it's not that difficult. Just play the game right. And then like I took a 4 or 5 month break from League of Legends, and then I got back into it and I started doing ranked. And I'm like, oh, this is fine. My team's dying, but this is fine.
Fine. Everything's okay.
Like, a lot of it just comes down to you replace the negativity with the positivity of, like, guys, like, just chill, focus on the game, here's what we gotta do, just, like, chill. And, like, it sometimes it helps, and some teams are just like, no, you can't do anything to help them. But again, what's up?
I was gonna say, it's one of the great things about Smite, even though it's cross-platform, I don't see anything in chat, so I don't get tilted as much. What sucks is I get what do you call it? Not disencouraged. I can't think of the word, but like when I know that, yeah, I guess that's close enough. I get frustrated when I realize like I'm behind and I can't figure out a way to get back on par.
Yeah,
because I have like the blinders on, so I just kind of push my try and push through the problem instead of going somewhere else to fix it.
Yeah, no, that's a big issue. Like, in terms of any game, if you continue to like, if you're losing, it's clear that you're losing and you're not making any progress moving forward, you have to find a way around the problem. Or you have to work with your team to get rid of the problem. It's one of those things where, like, communication is key. And, like, not being able to see chat is a little bit difficult. Like, for me, like, on the phone, there's the knockoff version of League of Legends, which is Mobile Legends, I think it was.
I used to fucking bully people on that game.
Yeah, like, there's a chat, right? But, like, I don't see that thing.
There's no real easy way to use it either, because it takes up the whole screen just to type. So
exactly.
You have to stop everything to type.
Yeah, so, like, no one's gonna say anything. And, like, I find it very difficult to work with a team that way because I don't have any form of communication. That and the pinging system is weird.
The pinging system is weird in Smite too. I mean, people can use it. It's a lot easier on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
But on PlayStation, it's like 5 buttons just to ping something, and then you have to do it again if you want to ping it again. So it's just annoying. Yeah.
No, yeah. League of Legends is... I guess League of Legends taught me a lot of patience. Because, like, once you get past that toxic phase and, like, you play the game, it's just like, oh, cool. There are points where, like, I get some shitty teams where, like, I can't help myself but, like, tell them off. But, like, I'm a person who, like, I tell people off. So, like, that's just who I am. That's my personality. So.
Yeah, all the time.
But hey, it is what it is. But no, yeah, I feel that, like, esports has grown rather large, like, to the point where League of Legends is, like, are hosting competitions with like a prize pool, like, of $1 million, right? And they have a fucking mini concert beforehand.
I know! You showed me them! They're fucking awesome!
Yeah. I don't think I showed you this year's. Like, not this year's, but like...
I haven't looked it up. Like...
It was absolutely, like, beautiful. Like, they CGI'd an entire dragon for, like, 2017. No, was it 2017 or was it before it? I think it was like 2016. And then, like, 2017, we had the KDA stuff, which was like legitimately the characters of Arya, Kali, Kai'Sa, and Evelyn. They were like made, and then they like matched up, danced like next to the actual artist who voiced like who did the singing for them, and like I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy how much esports have grown.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure in comparison to like physical sports, there's
A lack of viewing.
Yeah, there's a lack of viewing, mostly because like you got the people who watch physical sports, and those are the people who enjoy it. But then you have the people who watch esports, and those are the people who enjoy it. Like sometimes they cross, but not always.
Yeah.
Also, is it still considered esports if you're playing a physical sport video game?
Yes. So, for example, like FIFA.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny to think that like people who like watching physical sports play the video games.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, but like, I wonder what the budget is. Because like, one, you have to come up with a price pool. Like League of Legends, they don't ask for donations. Unless I heard Dota, they had a higher price pool than League, but that's because they took donations from like the people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's shitty.
Well, I mean, I'm sure League of Legends gets enough from like the what is it? They have microtransactions, right?
Too many.
Yeah, so I'm sure they get more than enough from the microtransactions.
I mean,
You know,
one
people-
like I've spent probably over $200 on the game. I'm not proud of it, but yet I'm proud of it.
It's okay. I've spent too much money on Smite.
Did you see that they're bringing Avatar: The Last Airbender to Smite?
I did not, but the newest update was Cthulhu, and I'm fucking amazing. And like that, that
That's your
was like,
shit.
whoo! He's a guardian, and I don't play very many guardians, but just like having Cthulhu in there is just fucking awesome.
No,
Like
yeah,
I got to play with him for a total of 5 minutes before I had to go play something else with some other friends, and like just ulting him was the most fun I've ever had playing anybody, because he goes into like his full like elder god mode where he's like 10 feet tall, and all of his abilities switch, like they change, and then he just like beats the living shit out of everybody. It's great.
sounds
Great.
fun.
I need to find a build for him that's perfect.
No, yeah, but they're
Anyways.
bringing Avatar: The Last Airbender. They're bringing Aang, Zuko, and Korra. Right, that's her name.
Kiora?
Korra.
No, Korra. Yeah,
Legend of Korra.
Kiora is a planeswalker in Magic the Gathering.
Anyways,
Also, you were about to say Ong, weren't you?
yes, I was.
You're so... are they gonna be like playable characters? Like they're gonna be gods, or are they gonna be skins?
Aw, one of them had a bear. So, does anyone have a bear, or like a pet that follows them?
Yes. Oh, Ong's gonna. Ong. Fuck you.
It's not my fault.
Aang's gonna be an Ardio skin? Fucking awesome.
No.
Hold on, I gotta look this shit up.
Korra has the bear following.
Oh, okay, that's even better because Ardio is a fucking chick.
I would hope. Talking about Avatar: Last Airbender makes me want to go watch the movie.
Fuck you.
I'm a terrible person, I know, guys. No, yeah. Going back to like the whole esports before we go ahead and end off today. I believe that esports has a lot more potential. If they start removing and controlling the toxicity behind it. Because I don't know if you saw, but like there was a Smash tournament that someone threw a crab at someone.
Fucking awesome. July. Ooh, this is. Sorry, I'm looking this up now.
Yeah, I could tell. But no, yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So Aang is gonna be a Merlin skin, which I want now, even though I don't play Merlin. Susanoo is gonna be Zuko, and Scotty is gonna be Korra.
Okay. Nice.
Gain access to avatar versions of Aang and Korra.
But yeah, essentially, I feel that like removing toxicity from something is it's very difficult to do, but so long as there's moderation behind it, I feel like you can get a lot further than anything in terms of just like viewership alone.
Yeah.
And not
Yeah.
only that, but like just the amount of views that like well, first of all, the amount of channels that cover esports on both YouTube and Twitch. And then
So many.
yeah, and then just like the viewership for that crap, like League of Legends usually had like the number one spot for a while in terms of like the most viewed, and then Fortnite had it, but then like CS:GO got a tournament, Overwatch got a tournament, and Rocket League got a tournament or something. Like viewership spiked. Like it's just damn.
I gotta say, like Rocket League surprises me so much with
Wow.
how nice everybody is during the tournaments.
Oh, because they're complete trash during regular shit.
Yeah. But like at least from the tournaments that I've seen, everyone's super respectful, and you can see the sportsmanship when playing Rocket League compared to like CS:GO
Or Smash.
or Smash, especially Smash.
Yeah.
Although I can't get enough of watching Smash tournaments and seeing people like throw their controllers on the ground.
It's funny.
Fucking the best.
I feel like Smash has the most toxicity out of any esport out there.
Yeah,
which is surprising for it being such a kid-friendly game.
Well, I mean, they do bring out characters that kind of like break the game.
Game and Watch.
Like, did you? Yeah, the whole Byleth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
Did you see the new character that's being added? Arms?
No.
Min Min from Arms?
No.
No, yeah, she can basically be at center field and she can attack the entirety of the field.
Wow, that is not fun.
At the same time.
That doesn't sound like fun.
I feel that should be a conversation for another day. We've ran a good amount of time, and I genuinely think that we've touched every basis of the topics that we sort of wanted to talk. If you have any questions or anything that you might like, any topics that you want us to go ahead and talk about, you can go ahead and follow the social medias down below. You can go ahead and tweet them at OCDA Twitter. And then just hashtag LifeStrats, because I want to start a hashtag.
Hashtag. It's going to become something that is not connected to the podcast at all.
Oh, most definitely.
It's just LifeStrats.
But no, yeah. So thank you all who joined today. If you want to go ahead and watch these lives, because this will be going up on the YouTube. So if you want to watch this live, you can go ahead and check us out Tuesdays at 12:30 p.m. MST, usually around to about like 1:30 p.m. MST.
Yep.
From there, I'll also be doing a lot of streaming throughout the week. So just go ahead and check us out. Give us a follow at twitch.tv/OCDA_live. And then for those of you who are watching here live, if you've only watched part of it and you want to catch the full thing, it will be going up on YouTube probably next week, because I'm going to start uploading it like a week late. I'm still thinking of changing the day, but usually it's around Thursdays. Thursdays around 6 p.m. MST, and then I'll probably, do a few things here throughout the week. But anyways, thank you all so much for joining me. I'm Dark8a.
I'm Kingthefirst.
And we'll be seeing you all later. Latest.
Peace.